Hey guys, so in today's video, I want to take you through the 5 steps to automate your cleaning business. So it's really important that we cover every single one of these steps, and this will allow us to move away from the day-to-day running of the business and effectively have a business that runs on autopilot. So let's jump straight into it. So number 1 is marketing and getting consistency around marketing. So what I mean by this is that we need to identify certain marketing channels where we are sure or pretty sure that we're able to get a consistent stream of clients from that marketing channel. So maybe, for example, it's putting money into Google Ads, or maybe it's putting money into Facebook or Yelp. It doesn't even need to be paid advertising platforms. It could be posting in Facebook groups or asking for referrals. But what is really, really key is that we need to ensure that every single week or every single month, we're getting a consistent number of new client inquiries from these channels. And why this is really, really important in building an automated cleaning business is that if you are, as the business owner, to step away from the day-to-day running of the business, you need to make sure that the business continues to bring in new client leads. If you don't have any consistency around your client marketing, you as the business owner will always need to jump in and out of the business, scrambling for new clients, scrambling for new business. So we need to ensure that we have a number of marketing channels where there is consistency. If we need to increase our number of client inquiries, we can simply increase the activity for those marketing channels. So maybe we put more money into Google Ads, for example, or maybe we post more frequently in our Facebook groups. And all of those things allows us to get greater visibility about the volume of client leads that we will get. So number 1 is that we need to get our marketing strategy set up correctly so we have that consistency. Obviously, it takes a lot of work to get to that position, but if we don't get to that position, we will never be able to step away from the day-to-day running of our business and effectively create an automated cleaning business. So point 2 is along the similar lines, and that's about recruitment. So we need to get consistency around recruitment as well. Indeed is the main platform. Effectively, it's the Google for the recruitment market. So the majority of your advertising for new cleaning staff or recruitment of new cleaning staff will go on Indeed. There's lots of other websites as well. There's lots of other ways that you can get new cleaners. You can put adverts in local shops. You can ask your cleaners for referrals. You can use adverts in newspapers and magazines. So there are many, many different ways, but ultimately what you will probably find is that Indeed is where you're going to spend most of your time. And in exactly the same way that we need to get consistency with our client marketing, we need to get consistency with our cleaner recruitment. We need to be pretty sure that in a given week or at a given month, we will get X number of job applications come through the door. And if we get to that position, we know that if for whatever reason we need to get more cleaners onto our books, we can simply increase the amount of activity on that platform. So maybe we put more money into Indeed and we know that we will get more applications. So if we put twice amount of money into recruitment spend on Indeed, we would expect to get maybe twice as number of applications. So again, why this is really, really important in automating your cleaning business is that if you are able to tweak things, tweak the amount of recruitment spend, tweak the amount of activity, both on your recruitment side and your marketing side, this can be done at a relatively arm's length. You as the business owner don't need to suddenly be scrambling back into the day-to-day running of the business, trying to find new cleaners, trying to interview, trying to find, new staff to bring into your business. So point 2 is recruitment and consistency around recruitment. So 1, marketing, 2, recruitment. Those two are obviously very, very linked. Once we get to the position where we are getting consistency around marketing and consistency around recruitment, those are 2 huge pieces of work that will probably be ongoing. Only at that point can we then think about bringing in office managers, bringing in VAs into the business. And that is where, we take our business to a higher level of automation. So point 3 is about documenting your processes in the business. So assuming we have consistency around marketing, assuming we have consistency around recruitment, the next piece of work that we will need to do will be to document our processes. So every single day in your business, there will be many, many different actions, many, many different tasks happening in your business. So as an example, if you are receiving new client inquiries to your phone, you will be taking those calls, you will probably be quoting on jobs, you will be asking questions, you'll be asked about, your insurance policy, all those types of things. So they may be new client inquiries. You may also be getting client inquiries, people sending messages to your email inbox. So how do you respond to those? How quickly do you respond to those? How do you book those clients into the calendar? How do you charge for those clients? These are all different examples of different tasks that will be happening in your business. You can look at recruitment in exactly the same way. How do you shortlist new job candidates? How do you interview them? What is the job offer process? And then once you have those people in your business, they're doing the cleaning jobs, they're going to clients, how do you manage that staff? And so there's a huge raft of day-to-day activities that are happening in your business. And point 3 is about starting to document those processes. So over the course of a week, what we really need to be doing, whether it's you as the business owner running day-to-day operations, or whether you have someone helping you as well, we need to list all the different processes that are happening in our business. So simply create, a Google document or a Microsoft Word document and start listing these processes. So the idea is that you will get a very, very long list of processes. And then from that position, you want to start grouping them, categorizing them. You can categorize, you could have one group that talks about how you deal with new client inquiries, another group with how do you deal with existing client problems, how do you recruit new cleaners, how do you manage cleaning staff. So out of a very, very long list of daily and weekly tasks, you want to start grouping them and categorizing them. And it's at that point that you will start to be able to get a good idea of how your week is built up in terms of your task management. And that is really, really important when we look at point 4 and 5. And that's when we start to bring in software into our business to help automate many of these tasks. It's also when we bring in VAs, virtual assistants, or office managers to deal with some of the more manual tasks in our business. So point 3 is about documenting your processes, bringing all those processes into one central document, out of your head and down onto paper. So point 4 is about looking at software options. So you have a list of all your processes. Now we can look down the list and think about those actions where software may be able to help. So broadly, when you have a list of tasks, there are 2 different ways that they can be handed over. And effectively, that is software. Software can be extremely effective when dealing with automated, very, very similar tasks. Software tends to be more reliable than getting someone else to do it for you. It tends to be cheaper. And that software obviously doesn't take holiday, it doesn't take any sick leave, anything like that. So broadly, if you can find software to run some of these processes, run some of these tasks in your business, then that is going to take your business to a new level of automation. It will free up more of your time. It will allow you to step away from the day-to-day running of the business. So as a very simple example, let's say you have various clients in the calendar. Previously you may have just sent them a text message or a manual email the day before just to say, your cleaner's booked for tomorrow at 2 p.m. with our cleaner Angela, just to confirm, just a reminder message for you. So you can get software that will send all these reminder emails 24 hours before service is due to start, completely automated. You don't need to spend any time manually sending out these messages. You know, there aren't any issues with forgetting to send certain clients these messages. So this is one way that software can take our task list and do the work for us. And if that is something that we were doing as business owners, that frees up our time, and that takes us a step closer to running a cleaning business on autopilot, an automated cleaning business. Once we have identified the tasks that software can do for us, we will still be left with a number of tasks where it will require a human element, human input. And this is where you need to bring in and look at bringing in a virtual assistant or an office manager. And many of these tasks will be dealt with in terms of client management and cleaner staff management. So let's say someone is calling your business and trying to get a quote or trying to ask questions. Software can help us in many ways, but ultimately there will need to be someone at the other end of the phone who can answer that client's questions, give them pricing information, book them in the calendar. All those types of tasks will need to be done by a human. And this is where you can look at virtual assistants and office managers. So when you look at that long document list that you've put together in step 3, we've already looked at those that software can help us with. The remainder will likely need to be dealt with using a virtual assistant. So a virtual assistant can be someone based in your own country. It could also be someone based overseas. So you have a huge pool of labor available to help you with these tasks. But again, if you can find a virtual assistant to do some of these tasks that you were doing, say answering new client inquiries or dealing with issues that cleaners been having at jobs, if you as the business owner were dealing with those tasks day to day, but now you find a virtual assistant or an office manager to do that, and you can importantly tell them, the step-by-step process. So a new client, calls in, what questions do you ask the client? How large is your property? How often would you like your property cleaned? Is it weekly? Is it bi-weekly? Is it monthly? Do you have any pets? Do you have any children? And then at that stage, you can give them a price. If you have a step-by-step process and process list documented, it will be far easier to give that to a virtual assistant, an office manager, to then take that heavy load from you. So those are the 5 key steps to automate your cleaning business. When we talk about automating a cleaning business or creating a cleaning business on autopilot, effectively it means, how do you as the cleaning business owner step away from the day-to-day running of the business? If you can get someone to run your business for you with relatively little input from you, that is really where we start to get a really interesting position in an automated cleaning business. So I hope you found this video helpful. Do let me know if there's any questions in the comments below. But otherwise, I'll leave it at that. Have a great day and see you on the next one.